CWatt.
Beck, episode 32. Action.
We're going to turn you down. Wow. What a lovely introduction by our manager, Jay.
Hello, Sabrina.
Hello.
How are you feeling today?
I kind of feel rejuvenated.
Oh.
I know.
Okay. That's not what I was expecting, period. Tell us, how did you do that?
Girl, I slept. Last week was...
I'm so jealous of you.
I know, but last week was hell for me.
Yeah.
Because it was Monday through Thursday, working 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. I don't do that. I go to bed early, okay?
You're working till 1 a.m.?
Yes.
Why?
Researching, making videos.
Oh, I thought you meant you were on set till 1 a.m.
No. Okay. But it was just like, I had stuff to do. Like, I had to go to 2 events.
You did go out. You were outside.
I don't go outside.
No, Sabrina does not go outside.
I do not go outside. Beyonce is one of the few reasons that gets
Will always
me
be.
out the
Will always. You want Sabrina out the house? If you ever want to trap her, get her to go into a van.
Just say
put
Beyonce gonna be there. No, but yeah, it was a lot. But I got caught up on sleep, so I'm feeling very good.
Praise God.
Yes. I feel like this week I've really, like, work-life balance has just been off. And I remember Shonda Rhimes had this quote where she said, oh, sorry, y'all. I'm wheezing a little bit. I had some sunflower stews. I know.
Oh, okay. My God. Sabrina's allergic, y'all.
So just in case y'all hear me breathing a little
extra hard. I gotta pull out my asthma pump. Girl, do I need to call urgent care?
No, I'm fine. Breathe through your nose, out through your mouth. You'll be fine. But in case y'all hear a little whistle.
Really playing with her life, my
okay.
God.
But yeah, Shonda Rhimes, she said, I'm never going to be 100% everything, like 100% director, writer, 100% mom. You kind of have to just like disassociate when you're focused on one or the other. And I really just felt that this week, like being around Peaches. It's hard.
I can't imagine.
I truly don't know how people who work full time have multiple children.
Do you understand that I think about this every day now? Mm-hmm. Because my commute is now an extended commute.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I literally am at work 40 hours every week. Commuting, 10 hours a week on top of that? So it's 50 hours a week. I'm not even at the crib, mind you.
Yeah.
And then I get home and there's more shit to do. I'm wearing boot cut jeans. You know why? Because all my other pants are dirty. Okay? Because
ain't nothing wrong with a boot cut. What you mean?
I'm at the end of my closet. Sabrina never likes me wearing black. All I got left right now is black. I got all black right now sitting next to her. But literally, I'm like, imagine me living this exact life,
girl,
which is not far-fetched. Mm-hmm. And then having children.
Throwing a kid in the mix? No, I can't.
What? Mm-mm. And then no man. And you're by yourself with this child. Absolutely not. I got a homegirl. She got a kid. And she is a single mom. But the blessing that she has, which is it's still very difficult. The blessing that she has is she works for the government. And so they have like daycare included.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
at
awesome.
the bottom of every building there's daycare. So she literally goes to work with her baby every day. Every morning when she gets ready for work. She can't just get lazy and do her makeup in the car because she got to get the baby ready first. And then she got to get herself ready first. So she's up minimum 2 hours before she got to hit the road. What?
It's crazy.
I be rolling out of bed.
Yeah.
I be taking a shower the night before and
and
rolling out of bed sometimes because I don't have it in me. And then you got to go do your whole commute. And then I be on the phone with her sometimes. Like we'll have like calls or whatever. And it's her commuting back home from work and the baby in the back screaming.
Oh.
But not like mad. Just scream.
Yeah,
baby ain't see you all day.
Yeah.
Mommy! Of course.
Right.
And she'll go see the baby on her lunch break. She don't got a lunch break for herself. I commend every single mom out there. I commend every mom, period.
Every mom,
single
period.
or not.
Yeah.
But single moms, I cannot front. Y'all God's strongest soldiers.
Yeah.
My God.
My
God.
Mm-mm.
And when people ask me, I got my hair done yesterday. Hello. And the lady that's in my hair, maybe like an hour in, she was like, "You got some babies?" And I said, "No, I don't." She said, "I could tell you don't look tired." Because we were talking and we're like around the same age. And she was like, "You got kids?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Oh, I could tell." And I could tell she asked me that to make herself feel better. She was like, "Girl, we look like two different types of the same age group." It's like, hey, I ain't got no kids.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot. It is a lot. But, you know.
And Sabrina, you're doing an amazing job.
We get it in where we fit it in. But I did want to tell you a funny story about Peaches this week.
Please.
I don't know if it's funny, disturbing, interesting, whatever. But we were just watching, what were we watching? Something together as a family, whatever. And she was talking about she needed to talk to her friends. And she has an array of friends right now. Not real friends, but, you know, imagination, whatever. And she was like, I got to call my friends. I wrote it down. Muda and Gatney. And these are the strangest names we've heard. Because normally it's like Kennedy, Jessica.
Regular, you saw
Bob,
it on a TV show. Yeah.
Like regular names. But she was like, Muda and Gatney. And I was like, who is that? Who's Muda and Gatney? She was like, my friends. And I said, where'd you meet them? And she was like, Mars. And I was like, Mars? And she was like, yeah. And I said, what do you do on Mars? And she said, well, we type, we work, we take blood pressure, and then we play.
Take blood pressure?
Yes. She said,
what the fuck she know about blood pressure?
I know.
None of y'all have ever talked about.
No,
maybe grandma.
Maybe grandma has mentioned blood pressure
I'm like,
around
blood pressure.
But yeah, I was like, what?
That's crazy.
And I mean, she wouldn't give us any more after that. But me and Trey were literally sitting there like, what the hell?
You know, I fully believe in the concept of like indigo children, or just like the fact that we are born with like this knowledge and this access, and then as we get older we lose it. Mm-hmm. And so I fully believe that she probably is out here communing with like motherfuckers in Mars, or having like memories of being on Mars or whatever. Because also, how do you know about Mars? I mean maybe she's watching like
we go over the
videos.
Planets.
Okay, well, never mind.
Yeah, so she knows the planets. But
Muda and Gatney sound like futuristic names.
Right?
Hey, the baby is gifted. Listen, I believe her.
Me too.
Girl, you should be like, hey, next time you talk to Muda and Gatney, or can mommy come to Mars?
Right.
And then see what she says.
Yeah.
Because if she's like, no, mommy can't go to Mars. We only go to Mars when we sleep. Ooh.
I'd be shook.
Ooh. I be watching those videos. I mean, don't do this to the baby. And I know you never would. But you ever see the videos of the moms whose kids say things like this? Yeah. And they just like put them on camera and they're like, so Dylan, tell me, where did you go last night? Mm-hmm. And Dylan's like, I went and spoke to Jesus.
Maybe Dylan did. I don't know.
Hey, listen, at this point, Jesus in the White House. Okay. We got a location for that man. Okay.
Mindy?
Yes. Oh.
What?
I thought you were asking me something.
Your update. Yes. Yeah.
This is my first full week of work. And
new job. How was it?
You know, I've been having all kinds of moments of realization, because I'm not going to lie. You know when you manifest things and you're like, oh, like consistently praying for it, and it just doesn't come, and then you just give up on it, and then 4 or 5 years later you get it, but now you're at a different point in your life and you don't want it, but it's here. Yeah, that's what I'm experiencing right now. We're like, this job is the job that I have been praying for years.
Wow,
years. When I tell you, this is one of those jobs that only exists because it's a company that is not American. The way I have never worked for a company that was like catered to their employees. Really? I've never experienced no shit like this before in my life. I literally was like every day of training, because we're doing full-blown training before they open up, right? Mm-hmm. So every day of training, there's a new what moment. So like, first off, standard things. You know, they gave us a laptop, they gave us AirPods.
AirPods.
Right? To go with the laptop so that if we're ever in a Zoom call, we can just put our AirPods in.
Oh, that's different.
Okay?
Yeah.
But we have a laptop and AirPods. We also have a desk with a desktop. Yeah. Right? So if you want to work in the back in the office, you can do that. If you want to work in the front, you can
computers.
do that.
Okay.
Okay. They also provided us with, as like a welcome gift, they gave us like a journal, this like really expensive ceramic like lunch set by I think Frank West or something like that. I've never heard of it, but like one of the girls who works with me, bougie white girl, she was like, shut up. She but like gave us that and like a water bottle or whatever to go with it. They have like the regular stuff like stacks and like all the things, but they also do this thing where first off, we got to meet everybody from the company. We met the CEO, the owner, did a Zoom call with us and was like, ask me anything. What? Then they have this thing with the company where because it's like one-on-one clients, it's very bougie, it's very expensive. I'm like handling very expensive things. And they have this thing where they do unreasonable hospitality. So every week they give you a stipend for $35 where any client you had that you had a connection to, you can send them a gift.
Oh.
Right? And if you didn't have a client that you vibed with, your coworker can ask you for your stipend and then combine it and do something else. So like, say you had a client who said their first date with their partner was at a Laker game and you want to get them Laker tickets, you can do that week.
For $35?
Yeah. And every week you get you can combine.
Oh.
Yes. No. But like, you can combine because like there's a reality where you're not going to meet anybody that week that like really resonates with you. It's like, oh my God, I love you. This is amazing. Yeah. So like, it's like little things like that. They also do that for the employees, but you get it once a year and it's a big gift. And so as an example, they sent one of the people from the San Francisco showroom to Australia for a trip.
What?
Yes. They do every fucking, like every year, once a year, you get one big gift and then everybody in your showroom gets to pitch in and decide what it is. Like, just like a gift. Surprise, it's your turn. This is what it is. And it's something big as fuck.
Oh my God.
Okay. Tennis bracelet for somebody else. What? Real diamonds. What are we talking about?
That's nice.
Parking free. Parking spots if you have an EV car, charging free. Girl, what? Free guy? What?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The fuck? They had this thing where monthly they do like these coffee dates or whatever, but it's with you and anybody randomly in the company, and it's like a roulette. And then you do a 10-minute coffee date. It could be with the actual CEO. Yeah. And then you get to do like a one-on-one, ask how they're doing, find out about them, their job, whatever. They also do this thing where they are constantly asking us like every couple months what your interests are, what are you into? Is there anything that's changed? And if you want a different position in the company, they'll shift you there. Yes. One guy said that he wanted to live in London, and they just opened a showroom in London, and they gave him a year contract and helped him to find an apartment. And he left this week to move to London for a year.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, bitch, this is your way out. That's amazing.
No, deadass. I was like, y'all are joking.
Yeah.
And they're like, no. And I was like, at first I was like, why is everybody so happy? I'm like, oh, y'all are happy because they actually give a fuck about y'all.
Yeah.
They make you you have to take a lunch break. Whole showroom shut down. Everybody goes and takes a lunch break. There's a patio in the back that we only have access to. Sunbathe. Chilling.
Wow. I mean, I love this for you.
No, I do too. But also, I don't want to work full time. You know what I mean?
I get it.
But it's a blessing. So I'm never gonna be like, absolutely not. And I'm also grateful that like it is a very involved job, but it's not labor intensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to be on your P's and Q's because you're dealing with like diamonds. You know what I mean? So we did like a whole security day, which was kind of scary, not gonna lie. And they like showed you like what you do in case of emergency, security, where they're gonna post it, all that shit. Yeah, because
yeah.
It's like there's a fat ass safe, like we don't have access to it. It's like a whole thing. There's like protocol. But aside from that, like genuinely, I was like, oh my God, this is actually the best place I've ever worked in my life.
Yeah, it sounds like
I've only been here for a week. And healthcare, great. Great. immediately starting too. They don't make you wait. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Yes. That's what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Girl, I'm forgetting so much. So of course, like the healthcare covers things like therapy and all that, but they also have an emergency fund where if you need anything, like you need therapy, you can contact them. There's an email address and they'll set you up and it's on their dime. There's one girl said that she's been seeing a therapist off of them for over a year. No questions asked. And
What?
It's anonymous. They do not ask you any questions. You don't need to explain it. As long as you say you need it, they'll provide it. Yes!
Oh my God. Bitch, you better stay there.
What?
Yes.
And then they've done other things for people too. They've like sent people to like get like treatments for things like if they're sick or they need something done for like their health.
Mhm.
They'll literally cover it if you say you can't afford it and you need it.
I
What?
love that. Of course it's not an American company.
What?
That's dope though.
Oh my God. I'm just like, this is what people talk about.
Mhm.
Where they say, okay, like we care about our employees and there's a standard of living. Girl, they provide the same maternity leave that they give to their people in Australia. So if I were to have a baby and I didn't want to work for the first 4 months because I want to be home with my baby, I would still get paid. Girl, what the fuck? I need to have a baby now.
No, you don't. But that's incredible.
I know. So I was like, you know what? It's one of those things where I don't want to feel ungrateful because I'm not. I am very grateful, but I also am like, damn, like now I gotta clock in. I'm a full-time employee again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I'm grateful.
yeah. And it seems like, I mean, it doesn't seem like they do. They care about their employees and the work atmosphere and mental health and all that. So even though, yeah, you are clocking in 5 days a week, I feel like a lot of your mental load is going to be offloaded.
Yes. Oh, and they don't believe in working off the clock. So they like literally they will ask you, like they'll clock in and be like, what are you doing if you're working off like outside working hours? Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, like they do not recommend downloading Slack on your phone. None of that. Because they said if you're not working, you're not working.
Period.
Okay.
I want to work there.
Okay.
I love that for you.
It's really look for a job, girl. I got you.
Noted.
I got you. But that was basically my entire week was basically focused on that. I got frustrated a lot. Not with work stuff, but just life stuff because of how much is happening at one time. Because we're also, I'm working on this project. We start filming next weekend.
Yeah.
And so I've been like running lines and we have like all these like rehearsals that I have to do, but like I'm leaving work and then going straight there. So like we have a rehearsal tonight. I know. And then I have to do a makeup test, but I work every day until we start shooting. So we have to do it at night.
Yeah.
So Wednesday night after I get off work, I have to go do this makeup test. I know. And then yesterday I was getting my hair done the whole day.
But after this, it'll be fine.
I hope. I want to coast. I want things to be good. I want to coast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm adulting. This feels.
How
like
long
real
does it take
adulting.
you to get there?
Girl, it depends. One day it took me an hour.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Another day, like on Fridays, I feel like a lot more companies are doing work from home Fridays
Mm-hmm.
because it was a lot clearer. Also, it's Coachella. So I don't know. You know what I mean? So like Saturday and Friday were like light. It was like 36 minutes. But then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it was an hour, maybe more. At coming back, hour and a half minimum.
Oh,
Minimum.
fuck.
Minimum. That was my week.
Well,
Tabria, come on and depress us.
I know. You see how...
No, I have so many thoughts and feelings about the news this week.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait to talk about this shit.
I also can't wait until we start doing
Separate
the news
episodes.
on Monday. It'll make so much more sense because so much happened literally right after we recorded.
No,
I'm like, fuck.
Yes. And also, I know just based off of what's happening today.
Oh, yeah. A ton of shit's
so
going to happen.
much between now and Thursday.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much more shit.
Yeah. Just a reminder, we record on Mondays, you guys.
Yes.
So,
and
yeah.
that's why there's a bit of a delay.
Yes. But let's dive right in. So catching up from the gap between last week and this week. On April 7th, Trump posts on Truth Social that a whole civilization will die tonight, speaking about Iran. And that was absolutely crazy. It's so interesting to me to see what MAGA, like what they react to. Because this is like the Obama tweet comparing them to apes, that this they're reacting to. And I'm just like, they
don't care about the decimating of civilization.
I've seen some.
It was a little bit, but it wasn't the overwhelming majority. What we're going to talk about later, that's the overwhelming majority.
But anyway, so he tweeted that, and then the next day announced that there was a ceasefire. And that it would last for 2 weeks. So that's until April 22nd. That same day, Israel hit Lebanon, Hezbollah. That's like the Lebanese militia.
They were not hitting Hezbollah.
Right. They sent over 100 airstrikes to them, and they were hitting apartment buildings, very like civilian heavy areas of the city. Over 300 people were killed.
Okay. And I really need people to understand, because this was frustrating me so much. People are still convinced that when we speak about the Middle East, it's like the scene of Aladdin. It's nothing but sand dunes and mud huts and just people living in these third world like settings. Beirut is like New York City. It is a metropolis. I mean, there are Starbucks, there's Pilates, there's all these things. It is a city. And then 100 airstrike missiles being just thrown at them. Imagine the city of Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
Having 100 missiles sent their way.
In 10 minutes.
In 10
minutes.
Imagine Atlanta. Imagine any of these like huge cities. There are Teslas on the road when this is happening. Okay? And people, I saw a picture, you had to have seen this, of a missile had hit an apartment complex and a woman was in the corner of her apartment. You could see above her, below her, whole building. You see exactly where the missile went down. And by the grace of God, she survived and she's stuck. What the fuck? And y'all are just like, oh man, that's crazy. What?
Yeah.
I hate to say this and I don't mean, and God forbid, I'm gonna knock on some wood. It's going to take something like that happening here for y'all to fully understand what the fuck is actually going on.
Absolutely. And I don't want that.
I do not want that. God forbid.
But it literally would take that much for people to wake up.
Okay? Literally. Because even 9/11 happening, it's still such a dissociated thought because it was over 20 years ago. And so y'all are just like, well, it happened once, but never again.
Yeah.
Never forget. And y'all are out here just like, well, casualties of war when this is happening in another city that is the equivalent to a New York fucking city.
It's crazy, man. This was the heaviest attack of this war so far, by the way. So ceasefire, where? Doesn't really matter at this point. Everybody's saying the terms were violated. Literally, Netanyahu's like, Lebanon's not included. Iran was like, Lebanon is included. J.D. Vance came out the other day and was like, we're currently in talks of negotiations, but we haven't reached a deal because we can't agree on the nuclear war or the nuclear weapons and the Strait of Hormuz. And all of this could have been avoided beforehand because there was a deal on the table that was better than Obama's deal in February. And then the Strait of Hormuz was open and we were free to trade.
It was open.
Between the Suez Canal, the Panama Canal, we have to pay to transport goods and to travel through those areas for transportation. The Strait of Hormuz, they never charged it.
It was free. And
it was free.
Now Iran, and honestly, good on them. Now Iran talking about a mil.
Yeah.
A mil per fucking vessel.
Yeah. They're talking about imposing a tariff. How about that?
Okay.
Of $1 a barrel, which would cost around $2 million per oil tanker. So,
and the crazy thing is, y'all, we started it.
Yeah.
Like, and let me not say we, because I'm not part of this. The U.S. started it. Like, this is essentially the equivalent of the bully walking up to the quiet kid and picking on them and then not realizing that they have a black belt in Taekwondo and getting their ass fucking beat.
Yeah. And I'm really interested to see, like, because I know when this first started, a lot of Iranians, it was kind of split. A lot of Iranians were happy about it because, yeah, you're eliminating this dictatorship that's been going on in the region in their country forever. And I get it. They absolutely not. But this is not about that. Like, do they understand that this is not about y'all's freedom whatsoever? It's about control, just like how it is everywhere.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
The U.S. has never done anything just to be nice.
No.
We've never, ever done anything just off of the strength of being good, because we're not good. There's always a bottom line, and the bottom line is always money. Mm-hmm. Money.
So the strait is effectively closed now. They have heavily reduced traffic in there, and it's basically on a need to what was I gonna say? Not need to know basis, but Iran is just calling shots. Whoever they want to let through, they let through. Exactly. It's all on them.
Yeah. Which honestly, again, not mad about.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you're not with them, then you with us.
Yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm. But if you with them, you're not getting through here. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not.
And Trump announced today that they are blockading the strait. So that means the U.S. is basically trying to control the strait now.
Yeah, we're trying to jump in and just say snatchies.
Yeah. So child, we'll see. I wish I would have more information after this to see what happens, but
I'm really concerned.
That's where we're at right now. Yeah.
That concerns me the most out of everything, because you have to understand when the U.S. says that they're going to blockade it, it's not just for Iran. Iran doesn't need to get ships through. It's everybody else. Mm-hmm. So that means Chinese ships, Russian ships, any ships from anywhere else. We are basically jumping in and saying it's our shit now. You think China going to be cool with that? China has a deal with Iran. China hasn't faced anything. Mm-hmm. They switched the dollar to the fucking the yuan.
Yeah, but not yet.
But it's the fact that they're in talks with this. Like they have a good functional relationship. Do you think the Chinese are going to be cool with us telling them what to do after Iran, who actually runs this shit, made a deal with them? Fuck no. And now y'all going to sit here and y'all going to poke the bear.
Latest with oil. Oil is still around $100 a barrel, but gas is still going up. The average is $4.13 a gallon, I believe, in the U.S. I had someone, a family member, reach out asking me for gas money, and I have no problem. You know, I've had a few more people reach out, and I get it. I give when I can. Yeah. And I asked them, do you know why gas is so high right now? Because you gotta teach the people.
Honestly, girl, you should be like, you gotta read this article and then summarize it with your own words and then send me a paragraph back.
No, literally. And they were like, no. And I was like, okay, go look it up. And when you come back and have an answer, I'll send you the money. If that's the only way that I can get these niggas to do some homework, so be it.
Sabrina, I know you pissed whoever that was clean off. I'd be like, bitch, I need gas money. I ain't trying to fucking read.
Oh, well, knowledge is power, bitch. Let's go.
And knowledge gonna power that vehicle.
Okay. Whatever.
That's actually
and they
genius.
did it.
That's genius. Mm-hmm. Y'all, listen, you can have your opinions on whatever you want to have your opinions on. But I think that should be something that everyone should be doing. I'm not even joking. Okay. If anybody hits me up asking for some, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so good.
You gotta stay informed, y'all. Also, between last week and this week, we talked about that missing or the recovery mission for that U.S. pilot, and we said that this ain't what it is. It's probably a hoax. It hasn't been confirmed, obviously. Mm-hmm. But basically what Iran is saying, I forgot to write down the guy's name, but he's like their energy person somewhere, but I'll put it in the sources. He thinks it's a hoax too, and that it was just a ploy to get some uranium, or an attempt to extract uranium from their nuclear facility in Isfahan.
No.
But it's so obvious.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
It's obvious. Mm-hmm. We love press.
Yeah.
If we had one of our homegrown boys out here stuck in Iran and then we did a mission to fucking save him and got him back safe and sound, everybody's faces and names would be plastered everywhere.
Yeah.
He'd be going on a tour. It would be cameras watching him descend from the plane on his way home, and his parents would be crying, boo-hooing, sitting on a couch, watching it all go down. You think that we would pass up a chance to show that? He's safe now. He's back. Why the fuck do we not know his name?
Yeah, exactly. Have you been seeing the Lego videos?
Yes.
Okay.
No. I shit you not. The first Lego video I saw, I had a thought. Second video, I had the same thought. Third, I was like, if Tabria was the Ayatollah,
so
this is literally exactly what she would do. I was like, I know Tabria eating this shit up. This is Hamilton in real life. Literally.
Oh my gosh. If you've seen them, they're like these Lego animation style videos that this page, Explosive Media, they're making, and it's like they're rapping to what's happening or what they perceive as happening. I can't say it's fact.
So it's not from Iran's perspective.
No, we don't know who these people are.
Oh, I thought it was from Iran.
No. That's why their YouTube account got banned, because it's quote unquote propaganda.
Oh.
But they're they're saying the quiet part out loud, like calling out Epstein, like the families who control everything. It's crazy. Yeah,
they
but
should
they're
be showing
still,
that in school. I'm not even joking.
They're still on Instagram. I'll link it here. Like we said earlier, the automatic military draft will start in December, and it will be for all U.S. men from ages 18 to 26, and it does include undocumented men too, which is crazy because they're not good enough to live here or stay here, but they're good enough to fight for this country. That doesn't make fucking sense. And most countries do have kind of an automatic draft where once you get a driver's license or apply for financial aid or anything like that, then you'll be automatically put into the draft. But this is like, it bypasses all of that. It's just an automatic thing. So yeah, timing is very curious surrounding that. Also, if they can do this, they should be able to automatically register people to vote.
The thing is, they would never do that.
Of course not.
Because they don't want everyone to vote. They don't. They make voting difficult, and they're trying to make voting even more difficult because they don't want everyone to have a say.
Yeah.
They only want specific people to have a say. I don't know if you have this listed, but did you see what Katie Miller posted this week?
Oh, like teen pregnancies need to happen more or something?
Yeah, she said that the number of teen pregnancies is so low and we need to fix it, and that it's too low.
How do you have a problem with a decline in teenage pregnancies?
You're mad that high schoolers are just graduating?
Yeah.
And doing their thing and going to college and not getting pregnant? Y'all, I need you to understand that this has nothing to do with religion. She's not even Christian. She's Jewish. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with conservatism. It has everything to do with the fact that they want poor, disenfranchised kids to have children to provide them with more workers for their factories and their companies, to provide them with more bodies for their prisons. They understand that when you are a teen and you have a child, I know some of y'all listening went through this, and I know that you understand that if you made it out, you are one of the lucky ones. Most teens end up in poverty.
Yeah.
Indefinitely in poverty. Raising children, they end up having more children, and they don't ever get out of that cycle. And then their children end up poor and end up either in jail or working a labor job. It's a cycle, and they wanted to continue, but we've been breaking it. And now they're mad about it. 2 steps closer to Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, The Testaments is out. I need to watch that. Did you finish? You didn't finish Handmaid's Tale.
I don't know. I need to rewatch it, but I don't. I mean,
it's also like
it's
traumatic.
Yes, it's too potent. It's too potent.
Yeah, I get it. It looks like a lot of people are starting to be fed up.
Good.
There have been several acts of arson happening across the country. The biggest one being a warehouse fire in Ontario, California. It was at the Kimberly Clark warehouse. They have like a lot of general goods, a lot of paper goods there. A fire was started by Chamel Abdul Karim. He recorded the entire thing. And the sticking point of his video was, all you had to do was pay us enough to live.
I feel so bad for that man.
Dude.
He's never getting out of jail.
No, I mean, they say his sentence or his
he's facing
what he's facing is 5 to 20 years. But who knows what they could stack on top of that. I don't know.
They're going to give him the maximum. And I know they're also going, God forbid, of course, God forbid. I don't want that for him. I want him to get nothing, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that they're going to try to give him the maximum, and they're also going to try to get him to pay back. There's no way.
No,
it was $500 million.
$500 million in damages. There's no way. I was trying to find how much they were paying them. I couldn't find like a definitive amount, but estimates say it was about $18 an hour.
I was going to say it's California, so it probably was above 15, but under 20. And
that's nothing out here.
It's absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
That's what teenagers get paid working at McDonald's.
Minimum wage here is 17.
Literally.
So
like it's nothing. And y'all are making because you have $500 million worth of product.
Yeah.
That doesn't include your warehouse. It doesn't include the upcharge for what you're selling it for.
Yeah.
Y'all are making billions and you're paying people $18 an hour.
There was no one harmed also. So there was another incident in Indianapolis where someone shot 13 times at Councilman's Ron Gibson's house and left a note saying no data center. And even after that, the Ron Gibson, he still says he supports it and he will.
What state is this?
Indiana.
We are living in the most dystopian version of the United States I've ever existed in. There have been over 7 warehouse fires.
At the Ontario Mills Mall this morning.
What?
Yes, this morning there's a fire there.
Yesterday, somebody burned out a warehouse by my mom's house.
I saw in Queens.
Yes. No.
In Georgia.
In
Yeah.
In yes.
But there was one in Queens. There was one in Bakersfield, Washington. And someone threw a Molotov cocktail at Sam Altman's house in San Francisco.
They also shot it up.
2 days later, they shot at it. Is it happening?
No, it is happening. Y'all, listen, your woo-woo sister's clocking in. This week is going to be extremely explosive. We are going to have, I think, 7 planets in Aries this week, and they're all right next to each other. It's going to be very, very explosive. On a micro level, you may be a lot more frustrated than you normally are. Little things might set you off. You might be in altercations. Please calm it down. If you add fire, it's going to blow up. That is your key for this week. When you're in traffic, do not get upset. No road rage, please. When you're at work, breathe. Like literally, this is the kind of week where I wish I could just stay home and chill.
Yeah.
Can't do it? That's fine. Just remind yourself, everybody's pissed right now. Everybody's upset. Everybody has this fire up under their ass. If you have excess energy, go to the gym. No, I'm serious. Like burn off that energy doing something creative or go to the gym. On a bigger scale, I think everything's about to heat the fuck up. For real. It's about to get really aggressive out here in these streets. I think that's what's happening with Trump. He's having a fucking temper tantrum because things aren't going his way and people aren't bowing down to him the way that he wants them to. So he's lashing out. And I don't want anybody to experience the repercussions of what that's going to look like if you actually fall into that. Please, y'all. Woosah. This is a woosah week. Woosah week.
So if you remember, I think 2 weeks ago, we mentioned that Sasch Riley, he was doing an interview with MS Now about his experience on, not Epstein Island, but in that circle as a kid. Well, the article came out. The title is "The Conspiratorial Left Needed Proof Trump is a Monster, and They Settled on Sasch Riley." And I haven't read the full article. I skimmed through. But the author or the journalist, Brandy Z, I can't remember her last name, but Brandy Z, she said that some of her contradictions were that Trump was too famous to have been involved. Sasha's adoptive father didn't have the proper license to pilot Epstein, which
Who cares? You think he cares?
You
He
think
was
they were
out here
caring
abusing children.
Yeah.
Also,
And-
too famous to participate is crazy as fuck
Like,
when Diddy's in
please.
jail right now.
Girl.
Bill Cosby's in jail.
Girl. And that Sasha's stepmom didn't commit suicide. She died of cardiac arrest, according to her obituary.
Okay.
Those are her contradictions. And I'm just like, okay, so compromised,
All right.
obviously. So I just hope he's okay. I hope he's okay.
That has to be really triggering.
Yeah, because he really thought like they really thought this is the time like that they can break through, get their story out on a major outlet, only for that to happen, just to be so dismissive.
The thing is, they did, and I think that during this era, we are really starting to learn that just because it comes from a reputable source, it doesn't mean that it's actual truth.
Yeah.
We're in that age of discernment where now it's like, just because it says something news, 3 letters and news behind it don't mean shit.
No.
ABC, CNN, Fox, CBS, who gives a fuck at this point? I don't believe any of y'all. PBS, grain of salt for sure. I'll give you more credence for sure. Everybody else, it's bullshit.
I know.
Who gives a fuck if this person wrote an article and put it out? Who's believing that? And if you do believe that, you have not woke up yet.
And piggybacking off of that, I've been wanting to say this, but I keep forgetting. When it comes to sources, it has been really difficult for me to find not to find sources, but to find ones that aren't behind a fucking paywall. Everything is behind a paywall nowadays, and it pisses me off so much. So when y'all see like I have to do like CNN or The Guardian, I'd get PBS and Reuters and AP in there sometimes too. But yeah, it's I hate that, and I get it. Like they need money, they gotta be paid.
No,
but
that.
a lot of the independent ones.
I still don't fully agree. The thing is, if Wikipedia could exist for so long, and Wikipedia
off donations,
that's my point. Donations, Why you're making it so inconvenient that you're losing your audience?
No, I get that. I know it's tough, but like for instance, I saw this one. I don't like calling people TikTok journalists, but I don't know if they're real journalists for real. But I saw this TikTok journalist who was interviewing all of the top 3 California gubernatorial candidates, and their interviews are behind a paywall. It's on their Patreon, and I'm like, are you fucking serious?
But that's my point. Y'all are doing this shit. People are just greedy.
Yeah,
people are literally just greedy. Have you seen how everyone's pissed at Delta?
No, why?
First, it started off with the CEO of Delta in an interview basically said, in a statement, basically said that prices will be going up because they just announced that I think the price for check bags is going up by $10. And then he also announced that the tickets will be going up as well due to the fuel crisis. And so I think it was an interview because he was responding to being asked, okay, well, once the prices go back down, will they also go back down? He said, no, they're going to stay there. They also released tiers amongst the tiers. So now when
I saw that. The main cap. Yeah, that was crazy. On their most basic main cabin, their main cabin basic, you don't earn miles.
You can't get a check. You don't get a check bag. You don't earn miles. You board last.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much your ticket is. It could still be $700.
Yeah.
You get nothing. No perks at all. But then you can go up a tier within the last tier, and now you do earn miles, but you still have to pay to get your bag checked. But you can board second to last now.
Yeah.
Then you have there's 3 tiers amongst each tier. So for basic, there's basic, I think like basic main or something like that.
Yeah.
Then there's classic, and then there's economy. What the fuck are y'all smoking? Is it dick? It has to be. I just don't understand in what reality y'all think that niggas are just gonna take. But let me shut the fuck up because we are taking it. We're taking it. Y'all still gonna book these flights. Y'all still getting on Delta.
I mean, what are the options for air travel though? They all suck.
No, they all suck. They all suck. But at this point, I don't think I fuck with Delta at all because not only do you suck, you're spitting in people's faces. You're charging them a premium price. They're still more expensive than every other flight.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking at flights for to go to New York in June because I have a party that I'm throwing out there. And can I just, for the 1st of June, going from LA to New York, basic economy, how much do you think it's going for right now? Delta.
Round trip or one way?
Round trip, Delta.
Round trip, probably 1,000.
That's
I know I book flights all the time, so I know.
In what reality?
Yeah.
You're months in advance.
I know.
It's a $400, literally United, $400. Even American was more affordable. American was like $700. America was like $600-$700.
I just booked an American flight, 500 one way, and I just happen to have the miles to do it. But even then, one way for 500
Where are you going?
from Atlanta to here. I was like, damn.
No, I mean, but that's also the fuel. I understand.
But the thing is, these prices aren't going down for anybody. He just said the quiet part out loud. They're not going down for anybody across any sector.
Yeah. Gas too.
Yeah.
You think that these gas stations, when they realize that y'all are willing to pay $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, that they're gonna be going back down to $3? No.
I think they will level out at some point. When that is, I don't know.
I don't think they're gonna level out. I think that it's good because the thing is, it never has. Like throughout history, it never has. Gas used to be like 75 cents. And then every time it increases.
But even after COVID, like COVID reached like a $5 average and it went back down.
It didn't go back down as low as it used to be though. Because like even my mama complained about that, where she was getting her gas for like $2.30, $2.59. And then COVID hit, it went up. And then it never went back to the twos.
Yeah.
Like they're going to take advantage however they can. That's just how it works. It's capitalism.
Yeah. Do you follow Mr. Global?
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, he's like a big oil guy on TikTok. I follow him to try and calm me down sometimes. But,
I don't follow him, but I have seen his videos.
Yeah. I already see his videos. Yeah. He has not made me calm as of late.
Wait, he's freaking out?
He's not freaking out. He's a very like matter of fact dude.
Okay.
But he's like, yeah,
it's not looking good.
It's not looking good. Yeah. So a few days ago, Melania Trump randomly came out. It wasn't even an event. She just randomly wanted to make this formal public statement to everybody that she is not affiliated with Jeffrey Epstein in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And that all the claims about her being related or him introducing her and Trump, false and baseless. That is what she said. So now we have to wonder what's going on. What is she trying to get ahead of? Because a few things that are at play. Pam Bondi just got fired, Attorney General, who was, kind of overseeing the Epstein case. She knows some shit.
Hell yeah.
So does it have to do with that? Also, Michael Wolff, who's a journalist who he didn't blow up the story about Melania's affiliation with Epstein, but he amplified it and made it popular, got it to the masses. Melania was suing him for defamation for $1 billion.
Stupid.
He's suing her back. Who knows? Maybe it has something to do with that. Last thing, this guy named Paolo Zempoli, who is a Trump affiliate. He works with the UN relations, something like that. He is in full support of Melania. He said that he was the one that introduced Melania and Trump together, and that they don't have anything to do with Epstein. What's interesting is that in March, maybe February or March, he called ICE on his baby mama, who is Amanda Ungaro. She's a Brazilian model, or was a model. And she was going in on Melania on Twitter when this happened, when Melania made this announcement. Basically bitch, I can expose you at any moment, any time, any place. She's been around these circles for as long as Melania has, is what it seems like. She's deleted those tweets, but she's still tweeting some stuff here and there. Who knows? If you want background on this, specifically Paolo Zempoli, Becca Day did a great deep dive on it early last year. Anybody who was talking about Paolo Zempoli it is because of Becca Day.
Honestly,
the
Becca
work
Day
that she does it's incredible.
Protect her.
Please.
Y'all, if you don't know who Becca Day is, please go on her TikTok and find her. It is Bekah, right? Or
Bekah, yeah. Becca Day.
Bekah Day.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm going to link the specific video here too.
But she does a wonderful job.
Dude, her ability to connect dots.
Yes.
Girl,
and
her
she does
with
real research.
Yes. Her and Dre Dossier, the redheaded girl.
Yes.
I'm like, my mind be blown when I'm like, oh my God.
And knowing that she's a mom, she be out here momming and doing research all day. I was like, oh, she for sure is highly intelligent. Like you are a genuinely smart individual. Mm-hmm. And it's giving house. You know?
Yeah.
It's giving bones. It's giving, you were just sitting there looking at a map you have on your fucking wall, connecting dots.
Yeah, she's amazing.
I will say also, people are saying that, so last year, there was a book that was released in the UK, that the publishing house, HarperCollins, actually recalled all the copies of it. It's entitled The Rise and Fall of the House of York. It's by Andrew Alani. And in it, he had details of how Melania actually met Trump, and that Melania was actually a sexual plaything for Epstein and Prince Andrew, and that when they met, they basically were passing her along to Trump because they're like, oh, she's our favorite. And Trump genuinely like fell for her, and they used to crack jokes on him all the time about the fact that he like wifed a hoe. Yeah. It depicted like the day that they met, all these details, and as soon as it hit the market, Melania and the Trump estate got right on their ass and threatened to sue them, and so they recalled every copy of it. Yeah. And so people are saying that the author is preparing to release something else with more proof so that it cannot be discounted as
defamation.
Defamation. Yeah. So we'll see, because that's another thing that people are saying could be at play here. We'll see.
I hope so. Let's
be for real though.
I just want some type of proof. My thing is, so Eric Swalwell, he's basically out of the governor's race. He's still going to appear on the ballot. Please do not vote for him. But he got accused of a sexual assault from multiple women, and they even got like pictures of him now. I think it's even maybe video of him in a hotel room with some girl. Oh, God. But I'm like, y'all can find this shit quick, but y'all cannot find nothing that is tying Trump to Epstein.
Yes, nothing. They do.
I know. It's bullshit.
The thing is, it's money. Unfortunately, money talks. And it doesn't matter who you're talking about. At the end of the day, you could be a journalist who has all the best intentions. They're not going to pay you. They're going to pay your boss. Mm-hmm. And guess who's going to wipe your computer, take all your files, and send you packing because they just got a fucking, $500 million to kill this fucking story. Hello? There are people who are trying to do the work. Unfortunately, you have to just leak everything on the internet. But when you do that, you don't have people are not going to see it as a reliable source because it's just leaked blindly on the internet. Mm-hmm. Unless you are dropping and at this point, people discount videos and pictures too.
For AI.
It's AI. What do you do? Mm-hmm. What do you do? There's an active cult running this nation. I'm about to go. Are you done with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Because Sabrina hasn't mentioned it, but I'm going to mention it right now. We did mention it a couple times, actually. Trump posted the meme of him as Jesus. And MAGA is now upset. Right? Now people who are MAGA down are starting to question his mental capacity. And they're also saying that he is possessed by demons. Have you seen that?
God. No, not that he's possessed.
Yes, they're actually saying, he might actually be possessed by demons because why would he post something so blasphemous? Because when we're talking about true blasphemy, that is the best and clearest example of what that is. When you talk about religion and religious people, one thing they don't play about is blasphemy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way when I was growing up in in Christianity, like really staunchly in that bitch, they always brought up the golden bull or ram, right? You remember that? So there's a story in the Bible of this town that was basically like praising this golden ram, and they were punished for it because you're not supposed to pray to false idols.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. It's literally one of the 10 commandments, right? You're not supposed to pray to false idols. Trump depicting himself as Jesus, and mind you, I don't know how many people clocked this, but the AI is funny as fuck because the man they had him putting his hands on and healing looked like Epstein. Did you see that?
I didn't pay attention to that.
Girl, literally on first view, immediately I was like, is that Epstein? I just think it's so funny to me that people who are so dedicated to God and so dedicated to Jesus and so dedicated to the good book and all that shit don't understand that what they are doing is literally praising a false idol.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. And also what they also don't recognize, which I think is bananas and nobody ever brings this up. Every single time somebody says, well, I voted for Trump because he aligns with my Christian values.
What are the values?
He did not choose to get sworn in with his hand on the Bible. The Bible's not there. Okay? Trump has a very mild concept of religion. He doesn't know what the fuck that shit is. And that's why he's probably taken aback that everybody's mad about this shit because he thought it was cool. Trump is treating religion like a sports team or your favorite artist. If I got dressed up as Michael Jackson, I'm a Michael Jackson fan, why would you be mad at me? I'm just Michael Jackson. I love him. Because that's not what religion is. You dumb ass. My God. It's so frustrating that now everybody's like, what? I thought he was a good Christian.
No.
When did you ever believe that?
Literally.
When did he ever say, just because he name dropped Jesus, he also said all praises to Allah.
All right. Well, good news. This isn't good news for us, but good news for people. Mexico just got universal health care that'll start rolling out next year. Kudos to Mexico.
Shout out. What is the Mexican president's name? What's her name? It's a really pretty name. I just can't remember it. Claudia Sheinbaum Pardo.
Claudia Sheinbaum.
That's such an interesting.
It
I want to
is,
know the
right?
history behind that because what?
Yeah.
But like, shout out to her. She's amazing.
Yeah, she's doing the damn thing. And Artemis 2 made it back safely. I was watching that return in real time, so it was cool.
It was very cool. I saw a video of someone who was on a flight and they got to see it from like high up, take off. That was so fucking cool.
I know.
Pop culture.
Yeah.
Let's start off on that was gonna be mean. I was gonna say let's start off on a high note. Afrika Bambaataa died this week.
Oh.
And he was a shitty person. So I can't really say like rest in peace. But like, I never want to see anybody pass away. Like, my condolences to the people that love him. I'm not one of them. Afrika Bambaataa, because I know it's been kind of torn because a lot of people don't know much about him. They just know that he was one of the pillars of hip hop in the beginning. Afrika Bambaataa was a serial child molester, and he abused many, many young boys between the 1980s and the 1990s. And he has lost lawsuits about this. Like, it is proven that he molested children. Okay. And the fact that people are still like, RP, iconic, fuck him.
Oh no.
Fuck him.
Rest in chaos.
Okay. Okay. What?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no. And the fucked up thing is there's like a documentary about this. And the way that he did it was really fucked up because this was during the time, like this 1980s. Rappers, when they blew up, or just like people in hip hop, because I don't even think they were calling themselves rappers at this point in time. When they blew up, they were still in the hood. Like they might have a little money, have a good car, but like, it's not like today where you're a millionaire. So you're still in these neighborhoods with these young boys who are looking at you as idols. And then you're like, oh, you want to make music too? And you're using that to then bring these young boys into your orbit, and you're abusing them and then sending them off, and no one's believing them, or they're holding it to their chest because they are embarrassed. Fuck you. Yeah.
That's terrible. God,
I know. Last Monday, the day that we filmed this podcast, as soon as we hit like stop and I got in the car, we found out that Offset was shot in Florida at a casino. Little TJ was arrested in connection to the shooting, but he has not been charged as the shooter. So we don't really know what went down as of yet. But Offset is doing well. I think he is out of the hospital now, and prayers up. I'm trying to figure out which direction I want to go in next because there's so many things. There was a Vanity Fair video that was posted, and it was of the SNL cast answering questions. And there's been a bit of controversy about this video. It was taken down from their socials, but it's still up on YouTube. A cast member of SNL, I think her name is Chloe Fineman. She was talking about the first time she was fired from a job, and she was 16. And the way that she described the scenario was, not gonna lie, very creepy. Did you see it?
Yeah.
So in the video, she was talking about it, and she was like, yeah, she was 16. She was a camp counselor, and there was a student there who would always lift her shirt up. Like, he'd come up to her and ask her for a hug, and then he'd lift her shirt up like it was a joke and be like, ha ha ha, boobies or whatever. And when she's describing it, she was like, it was a different time.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy to me because, girl, you're not even that old. You're in your 30s.
Yeah.
20 years ago was not that different of a time. It was never okay for any of this shit. So she's like, it was a different time. He would like lift my shirt up and like my boobs would be out. And so one day I pantsed him, but he didn't have any underwear on, and his little wiener was out, and she got fired for that. And so one of her cast members were like, what the fuck? How old was he? 6.
That's crazy.
6. A 6-year-old. I'm so sorry. If a 6-year-old lifted my shirt up, I'd just be like, don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a joke.
Why is that the response?
It's not a running joke. After the first time, do not do that anymore. I need you to know that you're in trouble so that you do not continue this behavior. If you do it again, then I'm going to tell a higher up. You are a child as well. You are 16. Tell a higher up. You don't allow him to do it to you for majority of the summer and then pull his pants down in front of everybody.
That's crazy. And she thought it was so funny.
Laughing. Ha,
and it was awkward as hell after that. It was
so awkward.
Oh my God.
Tobey Maguire is also under fire for his relationship with a 20-year-old. For those of you who are unaware, because I know he is immortalized in our brains as Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire is 51 years old. He has a 19-year-old daughter.
Oh my God.
Who was born when he was in his 30s. His girlfriend was born the same year as his daughter.
That's disgusting. It's gross.
The comments under the post of their relationship and them like being spotted out and about like lovey-dovey, it's all these men saying things like, oh, whatever, if you were rich, you would do it too. Oh, like, go off, bro. She's hot. She can't even drink legally. She's 20. I don't think that y'all understand how young that is. If you are over the age of 28, when is the last time you had a conversation with someone who was under the age of 21? Between the ages of 20 and 23. When's the last time?
Someone that wasn't a relative or that wasn't on set?
Yeah.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. And if you are confused as to why, it's because you have nothing in relation to them. These are not your friends. They're young adults. They need to be amongst other young adults. You are grooming this child. And I know she's not a child legally. She's a child to me. If you can't even drink or rent a car, you're a child. Anywho.
That's crazy, man.
Fucking wild. And the fact that men are literally high-fiving him about it, crazy as fuck. Y'all are all weirdos.
If the legal age of consent was like 12, they would be dating 12-year-olds.
Yes.
That's the only thing that's stopping them from not doing it.
Yeah. If people didn't yuck about this, if they knew that there weren't other men who would actually beat their ass behind it, they would do it.
Yeah.
They would fucking do it. Speaking of molesters, Haley Beck. Now, for those of you who are unaware of who Haley Beck is, she is the sister of Noah Beck, who is a really big TikToker, like Gen Z superstar. He's 24. He's doing his thing. We're going to get back on him because he also is a little weird. Now, He has two sisters. One of them's name is Tatum. She non-problematic, minding her business. She over there. Haley is a high school teacher. She is 28, I believe. Now, Haley was recently arrested this week. Why do you ask? I'll tell you. It's a tale. So it all starts when there's a teenage boy. We do not have his name because he is underage. I think he's 16 at this point. 17. I think he's 17 at this point. He went to his grandma's house and his grandma looked at his phone and there was an explicit video of an older woman pleasuring herself and saying his name.
Oh my God.
This was not Haley. This was another teacher at his school. He was being groomed by two teachers at his school. This other woman, her name is, I wrote it down, Angela Berlacca. She was 47. She is 47. Yes. 47 years old, sending this teenage boy videos of her with her face in it, mind you, pleasuring herself, saying his name. I'm going to say it one more time. He is 17 years old.
That's so disgusting.
Now, grandma, of course, pissed.
Yeah.
Takes it straight to the cops. What do the cops do? They go through his phone. What do they find in his phone? He is actively in a relationship with another teacher, Haley Beck. It's really disturbing to me. I'm not gonna lie. And you can see transcripts of their conversations. And this is what makes the situation a little bit lighter for me to process. This nigga was trolling the fuck out of her and he was actively bullying her. She was texting him and talking to him like an insecure high schooler.
Yeah.
This is a grown woman. Okay. She also had a social media platform. She used to post videos of her like in class and like at school. And the way she talked to her students was wild. Like not wild in like a rude way, just wild. Like what is happening? Like there's videos, and you know how teachers will film themselves when it's them interacting with the class. And so it'll be like stuff like she's in class and then she'll like break out in song and then someone will be like, ew. And she's like, did you say ill to me? Whatever. Like you're just mad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or like it would be her and she's like making faces at her students like, stop.
Girl.
I told you stop. Yes. So I'm saying this because I need y'all to understand that this is not a grown woman, even though it is a grown woman.
Yeah.
This is someone who you can clearly tell became a teacher so that she can relive her high school days as an adult because she clearly was never the cool kid.
Yeah.
Mind you, and this is no shade at all. It's evident. It's in the pictures. You look at the family. She probably is and was treated as the ugly duckling of the family. She's chubby. Her sister, the other one, she's blonde. She's hot. Her brother, he's hot and famous.
Yeah.
She is probably desperate for attention.
Yeah.
Desperate for it. I don't know why she couldn't just go on Hinge and find it from
literally
men, but
oh
neither here nor there. She was sending this boy money. She was letting him drive her car. She was taking him places. She was out here pulling up to his house at 4 a.m. There was a text conversation between them where he literally said to her, pull up and come demolish my shit. So she's like, but babe, I was sleeping in bed. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Come gobble this shit up. And so she literally is like, okay. And then she's on her way. And he's like, where the fuck are you at? Like, he's literally talking to her like this. Where the fuck are you at? And she's like, well, I'm driving down these back roads and I'm sleeping. I might fall asleep and die. You didn't want to meet me halfway. And he literally responds and says, tell me when you pull up to the alley. Yeah. Yeah. How are you getting sunned? You're getting sunned. He's literally dogging you out, doing you dirty. This is a child. She needs a mental health evaluation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Immediately.
Absolutely.
Immediately. That other teacher, she that lady, as soon as she got caught, she surrendered her teacher's license. She quit her job preemptively. They didn't even have to fire her. She knew she was done for. She hung it up. She put out an apology statement. She has literally packed her shit and like isolated herself. She knows she's about to be facing, charges, multiple felony charges, mind you. But she also is fully aware that what she did was wrong. Haley wrote him a handwritten letter talking about how much she loved him, how she has no regrets.
Oh, girl.
Yes. She has no regrets. How she hopes in the future. Like, she was like, you know, I know that we're not going to end up together, and you're probably going to end up with somebody your age who's hot and who's this and who's that. And I just hope that you never forget me. And I wish you the best, you know, next year when you're off in college and da 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 da. Like, what are we talking about right now?
Yeah, she's not all there.
I
God.
hope they put her under the jail. The fact that she's facing less time than the man who burned down that warehouse.
Really?
Yeah, she's only facing like 5 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Her brother hasn't really said much about it, even though he is a public figure.
Of course not.
But the internet has been doing some research because they also found out that I think the victim's mom was kind of aware about what was happening, not aware of like the explicit sexual nature of it, but aware that like his teacher's letting him drive her car.
Oh.
His teacher is like taking him on a weekend trip.
What the hell?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, there's something weird going on there too. Also, I want to know, this is a child. There's no blame. I'm not placing any blame on him whatsoever. But based off of the fact that he was actively being groomed, and not even being groomed because he was being demanding of these women as well, I think that there's something weird going on with his internal world as well, like his family life. Because for you to be so just like whatever about telling a grown woman, pull up to my house at 4 a.m, come gobble my shit up, and calling her all kinds of bitches and saying, well, you're not hot. Like, he's being very rude to her and to the older woman too, like calling her an old bitch. Like, what's going on in your family dynamic? Something is off here.
I mean, that could just be some red pill shit too.
That's true. But even that, if you are so sucked into red pill shit and your family's unaware of it, that's kind of crazy. I don't know. I feel like there's a new kind of child neglect that's existing where people are aware that their children are on the internet for a really long time or on their phones all the time, and they just don't care. You need to know what your children are doing.
No, absolutely. I'm going to know exactly what is on Peach's phone until she takes me off.
No, but the thing is, it's not even until she takes me off. I'm going to give you your privacy when you turn like 16. For sure. No. And when I say privacy, I'm still going to have access, but I will not be checking it.
Yeah.
If you're 13 and you're texting with your friends, I'm in a group chat too. Like, you might not see me, but no, I'm checking this shit. Yeah. Because that's when bullying happens. That's when all these like peer pressure things happen. I know that at 16, Peach is probably going to have a boyfriend. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be all in y'all shit. Yeah. But if there ever is a time where I need to be, I have full access. If you don't respond to me and you out at a football game, bitch, I'm checking your shit. Yeah. Location, text messages, who you with, all that. I don't care. 18, you live your life. No, once you're out of high school, I'm not going to be that parent.
I know. But I will always need your location, please. I'll never
forever and always. Yes. Yeah, location for sure. I always need but I don't need to see like all your shit.
No, yeah.
This is a very sad story, but this also is connected to what I'm calling like new age child neglect. There was a young girl, her name is Larissa Nicole Rodriguez, 17 years old, and she passed away recently. So she died from cardiomyopathy, and it was caused by her overconsumption of Alani energy drinks. I had to pull up the notes in my phone because the amount that she was drinking every day is actually bananas. Yeah. This girl was downing about 8 Alanis a day.
That's insane.
2 Alanis exceed the daily required, like the daily suggested amount of caffeine that you should intake.
She was having 8 in one day?
Between 6 to 8 in a day. Okay. And
wow.
I understand the parents being like, you know, oh, this is Alani's fault because she did die from an excess of caffeine consumption.
That's your fault.
Who is buying? I have Alani sent to my house. They come in 8 packs. She's running through almost a pack a day.
That's wild.
You should be noticing that and saying something about it.
Yeah.
And if she is going out, because I don't know, maybe you're not buying them all. Maybe you're buying like a pack and she's drinking 3 at home and then she's drinking the other 3 at school because they are selling them everywhere. You know what I mean? You go to a gas station and get it. You go to a bodega and get it. In certain like vending machines Sure. But the thing is, once you exceed like 3 Alani's or any energy drink, period, you start kind of like, you have shakes.
Yeah, you should see that manifest in her. How, like, did they not notice that shit?
And I never want to blame a parent ever. But the sheer amount that she was consuming, I'm sorry. If y'all didn't notice that your child was out here tweaking out, you're not paying attention to your child. That's neglect to me. She's 17. She's 17. That means she could be on full-blown drugs. You would never know.
Mm-hmm. That's excessive. That is like being on drugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yes, I understand you wanting to sue Alani. I get it. I do. But at the same time, they have the warnings clearly written. Mm-hmm. It says you're not supposed to have over a certain amount. Like, and she's a child. She's not paying attention to that shit. Mm-hmm. She's a child. I put no blame on this child. The flavors are tutti frutti for a reason. It tastes like you're drinking a fucking soda. I saw a TikTok video and this woman was restocking her like house. You know, they do like the restocking videos, whatever. Her teenage son has a mini fridge and she does his restock too. She fully puts a pack of Alani in his little mini fridge along with like water bottles and juice boxes and shit. Why the fuck are you giving? Like, if you're at home, you don't need energy.
Teenagers don't need energy drinks, period. What y'all need energy for?
But if you're at home and you're streaming on your fucking laptop, why the fuck do you need an Alani?
Yeah, no.
Give him a Coke. Give him a Sprite. Why the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
I haven't touched an energy drink in I don't know how long.
Y'all, they send me once a month. They send me a pack of these. I literally, at my old job, was just bringing them to work and sitting them in the fridge. Mm-hmm. Because y'all actually need this energy sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not drinking them. Even when I go to the gym, I'm not doing that. I'll do OxyShred, but I'm not drinking Alani. Mm-hmm. There's no shade to Alani at all. It's just, there needs to be a particular instance for me to really need it. The only time I ever drink Alani's is like, say, like when I throw the parties and then I get 4 hours of sleep, then I have to go to work the next day. I for sure was drinking an Alani. I need that. Mm. You know what I mean?
That sucks, man.
Yeah, it was really, really shitty. Okay, now I know that this might be old news by now, but I don't care.
What?
Coachella.
Oh.
Because as this episode drops, weekend 2 is starting.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to start with the good news. I saw a lot of great clips of performances. The girls are back at Coachella. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think that this is the first year since 2020 where I can see that people are genuinely like excited to go to Coachella. Justin Bieber performed. It was very touching. It was very beautiful. He sounded great. Did you see any of the clips?
I did. It was very like heartfelt.
Mm-hmm. I think we are watching his healing process. Yeah. I think that he's going through a lot and I'm very happy for him. And I'm happy that he got to have that moment. I dead ass like teared up when I saw the clip of him performing, like singing With You as a kid. Mm-hmm. And then he was harmonizing with himself. Oh, I know. God. The inner child.
I know.
Because we don't know what that baby version of him was going through at that moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, shout out to Justin Bieber. I'm very happy for him. I really hope he goes on tour. I would go.
Me too.
Yeah.
I support him. Yeah.
Now, Sabrina Carpenter she's a headliner. Everybody was very excited to see her perform. When she was performing Espresso, there was a fan who was at the front, mind you, because I feel like nobody's giving this kind of nuance and this kind of detail. I need you to understand. For those of you who don't go to festivals for real, mm-hmm. if there is a main, like something like Coachella, where there is a main performer, a headliner, and it's an all-day event, there are people who show up when the gates open and park it right at the front in order to be at the front of the gate when this final performance happens. They're sitting outside for 10 hours sometimes.
Girl, longer. That girl was there at least at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
At least.
Parked it. That's how obsessed you have to be and in love you have to be with this artist. This is how much you must love this artist. Because I saw a lot of people saying, well, since Sabrina could hear her, she had to be in VIP. No, VIP is on the sides. I need y'all to know VIP is way on the sides. And if you're ever getting something dead center and you're there, you're either above the fence because you are part of the crew or you are with that person, you have access there, or you are a fan who is right at the edge of the gate. Okay? So this fan, after waiting all fucking day to see this bitch, all day, she starts performing, or she's about to perform espresso. And this girl, I think it was espresso, I'm not sure. This girl, she makes a sound called a zagruta, right? And that is what a lot of Arabic and like, there are a lot of like North African people who make this sound. It's a celebratory sound. I cannot do it. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
But just know it's like when people be like that ilelelelele thing, you know, people like type it out.
Oh yeah,
and they'll be like ilelelelele.
Yeah.
That's them doing it like, but just text.
Yeah.
So it's that thing. I know what it means because I've witnessed it happen so many times, especially when I was working in bridal. Because whenever a bride would say yes and she was like Armenian or Persian or anything like that, the whole bridal party would start making that sound. It's truly how they celebrate. You know how we'd be like, yay! Yeah. Like, oh my God. They make that sound. So the girl does that in the audience. And Sabrina says, I think I heard someone yodel. Is that what you're doing? And is that what you're doing? I don't like it. And the fan says, no, it's my culture. It's good. I'm celebrating. And she didn't hear. She was like, what? And she said, it's my culture. It's good. I'm celebrating. And then Sabrina Carpenter literally says, that's your culture? It's yodeling? And then the fan says, it's a call of celebration. And she says, is this Burning Man? What's going on? This is weird.
It was a very strange way to respond to that because I've heard that sound before, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was associated with.
But context
clues. I know. But literally, as I was watching it for the first time, I thought to myself, oh, I would have just said, okay, period. That's all I would have said.
And also the fact that you were having y'all had a conversation.
Yes.
So you heard when she said, it's celebratory, it's my culture.
Yes.
And you repeated and said, your culture is yodeling. You're a mean bitch.
Yeah.
You're a mean girl.
That
Ain't
was
no fucking
crazy.
way.
That was crazy.
I hate that people are sitting here and they're trying to find ways to like, oh, she didn't mean it like that. She didn't mean it like that. Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
She was trying to be cheeky about it, but no.
What?
No.
What? Like, what are we even talking about? That's so fucking rude. Also, everybody's making noise. Why would you single her out? Because she's not cheering in the way. You know what? That was a perfect example of what life in America is.
Yeah.
Literally, that's a perfect example. Everybody is making noise equally as loud.
Yeah.
But because it's one noise is a noise that's foreign to you, you single them out. Then you say, what is that? I don't know what that is. And then you call it yodeling, something close to what you can identify. Yeah. Right? And I bet you if they were yodeling, you wouldn't find a problem with that because you know what yodeling is. And then you say, that's your culture. I'm not going to lie. That whole interaction, I'm looking at you different.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you different.
That was weird. She's weird for that.
She's a weird one.
Yeah. How do you feel about the backlash people are getting about the brand deals and stuff?
This is our conversation piece.
Oh, it is? Episode. I thought it was the drama.
Okay, well, never mind.
Girl! I literally thought we were going to talk about the drama.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. When I think about, it's twofold for me. Because there are two standout issues. First thing, when there are creators like Bran, who truly, brother, you have disappointed me. Truly you have. Because I don't care as much about people who I knew don't give a fuck. Yeah. But you make it a part of your personality that you are politically inclined and you are aware of what's happening and you yourself call people shitty and you cross the picket line. You cross the picket line. And not only did you cross the picket line, you're not addressing it. You're just letting ignoring it. You're ignoring it completely. Ignoring it completely. And I had to refresh my memory about the origins of the Starbucks boycott. Yeah. For those of you who are unaware, because this is something that, like, you know, a lot of time has passed, and also the world is in flames. We're missing details on a lot of shit. We just be forgetting. Starbucks has a lot of stores throughout the United States. About 300 of those stores were unionized. All of them were not. 300 of them were. So there was an account for the unionized Starbucks stores.
Mm-hmm.
This account on X, like, they made it known what their political stance was. So they had posted Free Palestine, right? So of course, you know how it was a couple years ago. It was a lot more, like, Zionists were a lot more prevalent in the comments, and they were always like attacking people when they said things like that. And so that happened, whatever. There was a man who was on the board who basically was like, that's them, that's not us, leaked the locations that are all under this union. People started getting attacked. This was during the time, I don't know if you remember, but if you remember, you remember, there were hella videos of people walking into Starbucks, throwing things at employees, saying things like, oh, so you guys are, you know, you're anti-Semitic, It was like a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Starbucks basically did nothing to protect them. They were constantly being attacked. And Starbucks basically said, we don't fuck with that. And they started shutting down these locations. So these motherfuckers literally lost their jobs. They proved who they're politically inclined with. And then after this happened, they started opening stores in Israel. And they started doing all these, and they already had stores in Israel, but they started doing all these things in conjunction with Israel. It was like very clear. They made it very obvious where they stood. So then we said, well, fuck y'all. We don't fuck with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We're boycotting. The boycott was really good. It lasted a really long time. It's still happening as of today. But a lot of y'all got really thirsty and really out, just like you just needed your pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah.
And now it's weaker than it was before, but it still exists. I'm still on my fuck Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't Starbucks. Okay? This is Tartine. All right? So that's where we are, right? Bran has always been someone who has basically said things. Like, I watched a video of his the other day where he was like, oh, people in my comments saying, oh, when did you get so political? I liked you better when you weren't political. And he's like, well, bitch, I never liked you. So either get with it or get gone. If you can say shit like that and you can't stand on business, and I understand it's a check, all money ain't good money.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really hope that he has learned from this, that you can't do this shit.
Yeah.
You have to actually align with your values. And this is why being a good person is not easy. Being someone who stands for some shit is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
The easiest thing you can do is fold. People get punished all the time. Did you bring up what happened on the last podcast?
I mentioned it briefly at the beginning. But yeah.
Sabrina was released from one of her agencies.
Mm-hmm.
And it for sure has to do with the fact that she is so political right now.
Not confirmed.
Not confirmed. I don't think that it's fully about that, but I do believe that it has it was a huge part.
I think it was
of the
a
decision.
part of it.
A part of it, for
Mm-hmm.
sure. That is what it's like when you actually stand for some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not really built for that, then stop acting like you are for likes on the internet.
Yeah.
All this performative activism is so stupid. If you're really not about that life, shut the fuck up. Talk about dates. Talk about skincare. Talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about, but stop acting like you're really about that life.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
That
for
really
Bran.
hurt my feelings. Yeah.
It did. I really liked Bran because he's one of there are very few creators who speak about political and social issues that happen and can still greatly monetize their platform.
Yes.
Like, he's one of the creators I looked up to because I was like, oh, it can be done.
No, same.
Yeah.
And I loved it when he was really transparent about how much money he makes.
Yeah.
And he called out the fact that his Black and brown counterparts do not get the same.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you get it.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't. But you don't. Because why would you do that?
Yeah, that was...
Like, there are certain companies I can understand you folding for. Not even folding for, but like, if Rode said, hey, come, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If there are two big companies, Target and Starbucks.
Yeah.
We have had, and McDonald's too. Explicit boycotts of.
Mm-hmm. I remember after the Target thing, after the boycott, Target reached out to me, offered $60K off top for one post. I'm like, I
Can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, like, y'all, and it matters. I know people watching this or listening to this are probably like, well, I vote for that.
I know,
That's because you're acting from a space of desperation. You have to understand that if one company is willing to pay you 60, another is willing to pay you the same.
Mm-hmm.
And they would probably be better aligned with whatever you got going on. You cannot sit there and act like you are not the prize here.
Mm-hmm.
Brand forgot you are the prize.
And let me be clear, if somebody were to accept a deal like that and they weren't like on, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I wouldn't agree with it, but I would have more grace. I would, because as a content creator, especially when you're coming up, you're just accepting brand deals from everybody. I don't think you are.
I don't agree.
I know it's like hypocritical of me to say, but there are tons of people, like, I know tons of people who are listening, like you just said, if they were to get 60K is life-changing.
Yes.
For a whole lot of people.
That's a year's salary.
Yes. So if somebody who weren't in a position to have that, like if it was life-changing money for you and you accepted it, I'm not.
My thing is not about the money solely. For me, where I take issue is the fact that you present yourself in one way.
But that's what I'm saying.
You know what
he
I mean?
presents himself in that way and he doesn't need it.
No, I know, but the money to me is a non-factor because people with money always want more. One thing I know about people with money, they're always pressed to get more.
Yeah.
They're not like, damn, I have enough.
Mm-hmm.
No, they want more. You're greedy. It is what it is. Capitalism, whatever. I am more concerned about the fact that you literally made it a personality trait of yours.
Yeah.
That you do the right thing. And then without any fucking there was no warning. You just woke up one day and posted getting ready with Starbucks.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't believe anything you say because everything you've presented yourself to be is clearly either a lie or you are easily manipulated. You don't stand for shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool. Like now I can't trust you because I don't know who you are.
I agree.
Like it's different. I think that there are Bran is the kind of influencer who he didn't need Starbucks to take him to Coachella.
Yeah, exactly. He could have easily taken himself.
But the fact that he did it anyway
mm-hmm.
proves to me that money trumps your morality.
Yeah.
And that is all I need to know about a person. I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I know for certain, even though Tabria loves money, no, this is not even a joke.
Yeah.
Tabria loves money. She understands the value of it. Tabria is never going to let money allow her to bend her moral compass.
Mm-hmm.
Period. It doesn't matter. You could offer Tabria $100 million today to say, fuck Palestine, and she would never do it.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? It should never be that hard. The only reason why it's hard is because it's not who you actually are. Y'all stop posing on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I know being an activist, it gets you a lot of fucking followers really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Stop posing. Because one day, somebody gonna test you on that shit. Like, this is like the equivalent to me, and I know this is a reach because he's not as like radical as this person I'm gonna mention, but that's like Vic Mensa posting here with my Starbucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
like,
I get it.
What are we talking about?
I get it.
Like, if anything, that was super strategic on Starbucks' end.
Oh,
and
yeah, to get that. Yeah, of course.
To hit him up
of
in particular,
course.
y'all wanted him to cross the picket line to signal to everybody else it's cool
it's okay,
now.
Yeah.
We can go back to Starbucks. Bran at Starbucks.
Yeah. And I want to kind of reiterate that, you know, there was a big three, especially when the whole, and not that it's not happening now, but Free Palestine movement happened. It was Starbucks, McDonald's and
Target.
Disney.
Oh, Disney.
Yeah, Target was like, it wasn't a byproduct of that.
Target was separate.
Yeah, Target was separate. And I understand, like, Coachella in and of itself is a conservative event, especially nowadays. Like, the creator of Coachella is a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
You know?
It's all white people.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see all the videos of all the people that got their Coachella trips canceled and they were all black?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
And Coachella started as like in like rebelling against the traditional concert going experience and festival, because they had cheap ass tickets when they first started. Like it was nowhere near what it is today. It's like the antithesis of what it started off as. I know you're not going to be able to turn every single brand down. If that was the case, nobody would be able to monetize content creation. For sure. But there are certain ones where you're like, nah, dog, I can't.
To me, like you just said, it's only 3.
Yeah.
It's like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
That's literally it. And if you can't stand on that, there's 100 million other companies.
Yeah.
There's so many other ways to make money. What? Absolutely not.
I know.
Absolutely not. And the thing is, Bran he's such a good example because you literally chose this. Anybody would have sent Bran to Coachella. Bran, his engagement alone.
Yeah.
Out of this world. Whole Foods could have sent him. Anybody. Fish wife could have sent him. And anybody.
Yeah. Or he could have sent himself and it'd been a write-off.
Literally. Literally. Because you know what? Even if nobody sent him, meaning like gave him housing to be there, or a flight if he didn't live in LA, or like even like a sprinter. A lot of these like content creators, influencers, these brands will literally pick them up from their door, like in a sprinter van, and then drive them to the desert. Cool. Even if that wasn't a part of it, you definitely got access to all the VIP experiences off of the strength. I know without even knowing for real, you got all the emails. They invited you to everything.
Yeah, he would have been able to go to anything. He would have, like all the same networking opportunities that people claim you can get. He would have had access to them.
And that's why I know it's not about.
I got invited to everything at Coachella. Okay? Like, yeah,
that's why I'm like, I know it's not about the access. It's about the check they gave you.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with the house or whatever. Fuck the house. You have so many friends. You could have crashed with anybody.
Yeah,
y'all could have went in on an influencer house on your own.
Fuck, that one hurt.
It hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
I was genuinely upset. I was like, there's no way.
And I know we're not crazy because I've seen all his mutuals talk about it.
No, and he started blocking people.
Really?
Yes. One of his mutuals, he blocked them and they made a video about it. And they were like, I'm so disappointed in you.
Wow.
Yeah. And the thing is, he got blocked and the comment he left wasn't even like rude or aggressive. It was literally, I'm so disappointed in you. Blocked.
Damn. That's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, and listen, hey, feel how you want to feel about this, but one thing a white man gonna always do is white. I
was wondering what the end of that sentence is gonna be.
One thing the white gonna always do is white, babe. They gonna always white. At the end of the day, the solidarity is never with the others, because the people that he's aligning himself with and he was standing up for were not him. If he wasn't talking about the LGBTQ, he was not talking about himself.
Yeah.
The solidarity does not truly exist. It's performative. It's performative. Y'all, I'm literally sitting here telling y'all, earlier today, we're talking about how crazy it was that they sent 100 missiles in 10 minutes. They decimated an entire city, murdered hundreds of people. And y'all are out here like, with my Starbies.
I know.
And they're directly connected to these people. What is wrong with y'all? And the crazy thing is, it's not like it's something you can't live without. It's not like it's some shit that you can't live without. I understand. You think I want a fucking iPhone? No, but I need a phone and I don't have $1,000 to buy another one. I'm gonna keep using my shit. I can't live without this. I'm not gonna sit here and down nobody for buying a new iPhone. I get it. We cannot live without this shit. You can live without a fucking Starbucks. You can live without a Frappuccino. Anywho, speaking of
what?
He did make one TikTok that I liked, even though I unfollowed him that same day. Because it was him like in the VIP area where like everyth's free, all the like experiences, the food, the drink. And he panned the camera and the lines for like the experiences or like the merch or like the whatever, long as fuck. Every line for the food, all free, empty. And he was like, the Ozempic is really doing its big one. He said he waited less than like a minute for every line that he went in for food. And if you know anything about festivals, Coachella specifically, even in the VIP experience, there's a wait.
Damn.
The bar lines long as fuck. Food empty.
Mm.
The Ozempic is working. Did you see that video this week?
Of who?
There's a black woman sitting in a car, face gaunt, sunken, cheeks drooping, young, clearly eating disorder. And she's like, I'm so upset. They canceled my GLP-1. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But clearly had an eating disorder and was talking about it. And everybody in the comments were like, they didn't cancel it soon enough. But the thing is, she was getting it from like row where you don't need, they don't see you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She deleted the video of her sitting in the car complaining about it being canceled because, of course, the comments were insane. But like, do you see this?
You don't need the GLP-1 anymore.
She lost 175 pounds.
Damn.
She's been on a GLP-1. The first video she talked about, she started it January 2025. Constant, nonstop. We are almost in mid 26, and her doctor just cut her off.
In less than a year and a half, she lost 175 pounds.
You have an eating disorder, ma'am.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. The GLP-1s are really getting crazy. It's getting out of hand. It is. You don't need any more. And she was almost crying in her car that she could not renew her prescription. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. There's this other girl who she's a creator and makes GLP-1s her whole personality. And she had a very drastic weight loss like that. And she's like a size 2 now, but she's still on it. Like, why are you still on it once you've achieved your goal weight?
Because you're addicted to it.
Like,
I think that was a part of the program where they wanted people to be addicted to it.
Of
and
course.
They want you to feel like you need it in order to lose weight.
It makes
and
them so much fucking money.
And that's why when you stop taking it, you gain the weight back. Because most people who are on a GLP-1 are losing weight because their appetite is gone. They're just not eating, but they're not actually working out. Like, at least she's working out.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to her. But goddamn.
That's crazy.
That's that. Let's talk about the drama. Did you watch it?
I did.
Give me your thoughts before I give you mine.
I don't know if I would.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah. So
Spoiler
just
alert.
skip.
If you haven't seen it and you want to see it, don't listen to this because we're going to talk about everything.
Yeah. I wouldn't say like I enjoyed it. I feel like that's a weird way of describing it. But it was very thought-provoking. And after watching it, like just hearing about it, it made me go, what the fuck? You know? But watching it, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not as upset about it, I guess. I still don't like that they had a POC woman be the one to potentially commit a mass shooting, but I get it because we wouldn't have felt empathy if it were a white person. I don't think so. But it was just interesting to see everybody's reaction to her when everybody else actually did something egregious and hers was just a thought, not dismissing what she did because she was very close to committing a school shooting.
No, she was.
I'm not saying what she did was okay because absolutely not.
Same.
Like after just hearing like, oh, she thought about a school shooting, I'm like, okay. But seeing like, oh, that bitch was like 2 seconds away from doing it. Yeah, get some help. Get some help. But especially the Rachel, I believe is her name, who locked the kid in the shed in the forest. Hated her. Absolutely hated her
Worst character in the entire film.
Absolutely. And just seeing how she like weaponized her white womanness throughout the whole movie and just outed her partner. Like this whole conversation started because she was outing her partner's transgression, essentially. And also with his, I want to know more about his too. Because how bad was your ex?
Mauled.
She
was mauled.
Mauled by a wild dog in Mexico? Like, what the fuck happened with that?
Just hid behind her.
Yeah.
No wonder she's your ex.
Yes.
I would have broke up with your ass too.
Literally. Like, that shit was crazy.
On her birthday.
Was it?
Yes, that's why they were there. It was on her birthday.
Yeah, absolutely not. See, yeah. Robert Pattinson, I see why he was the most empathetic towards Zendaya or Emma, whatever, because that was his partner, but also because he kind of had like his cyberbullying experience where he was the bully.
Yes.
And I was like, maybe he understands the other side of it if they
He wasn't
even work
acting
together.
like it.
Yeah, but I don't think his reaction was crazy.
I think his reaction was very wild.
Really?
Yes. I do. Because the thing is, they don't know her like he does. You want to marry her, you know her. This one thing that she did, yes, very fucked up. Yes, you should want to know more. Being scared of her, throwing out anything that has a gun on it in the house.
Yeah.
Being shook when she's chopping up vegetables. Telling other people who don't even know y'all like that y'all business.
Yeah.
Like you acting like he was acting like she is gonna kill him next, and she's never even done anything.
But I think because he was piecing everything together, like realizing, oh, she's deaf because of this. Oh, she didn't have any friends growing up. She only has friends because of me. I think it was just like everything coming to a head at once.
She does have friends. Remember, she sat down with her friends when she first met him, and she threw up when she admitted that was like her boyfriend, and she was sitting there with those 2 white girls, and they were like, "So how do you feel?" Those are her friends.
I know, but the one girl, it was a work friend.
Yeah,
and the other girl was Robert Pattinson's, the black guy's.
No, that
girlfriend.
wasn't Rachel. It was 2 separate white girls.
That wasn't Rachel?
Oh. It was 2 separate white girls, but employees, for sure. Co-workers.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. But still, she still has people. Before we get too deep into the conversation, I do want to tell you how I feel, because I have so many thoughts about this movie. And I can say that it was thought-provoking, but I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was thought-provoking. It wasn't badly shot. I'll say that, like, the film style of it was nice.
Mm-hmm.
It did get a little boring at certain points.
Yeah.
But overall, like, well done film. Plot lost me completely. Now, there are certain things, like nuances within the film, that I didn't understand, that genuinely I felt was intentionally forgotten about, right? For one, y'all want to talk about her being bullied and all these things. They were questioning how bad the bullying was. And you're at a table with every representative of race relations within America. You have a monoracial black man. You have a white woman. You have a white man. You have a biracial black woman, right? No one ever brought up, did it have to do with race? You know? The black man himself didn't empathize with her getting bullied every day and thought, did it have to do with race? Every single aspect of her personality was void of blackness until we met her parents, and her father was the only one we were introduced to. Mom was there. Mom, mute. Barely remember what she looks like. She had no lines at all, right? Her presence was only there to verify that she is mixed. Yeah. Right?
I thought her mom was dead up until we saw her at the wedding.
Right? She was clearly neglected her entire childhood, and nobody explains what that has to do with. We don't know if it's that her father wasn't in the picture and her mom was just a bad mom. We don't know if both her parents were together, but they were just bad parents, or if they were actually good parents, but they were busiest, but we have no idea.
I think we can infer that they were both busy. Okay. Because her dad was a military dad, and then in one of the flashbacks when she was like getting something to eat out of the kitchen, there was a note on the fridge.
But it literally was like, left you dinner in the fridge. We don't know if mom was busy or mom just didn't want to be a mom.
Well, I think if she left her dinner, she had the forethought, okay, I need to make sure my kid has dinner while I'm out.
Yeah, so it could be a mom who always left dinner but was outside with her friends. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, there's 2 different layers to neglect to me, because it's like you might not like your kid and you just don't want to hang out with them. But yeah, the food's there. Yeah, I restock, the bathroom stuff. Yeah, I do laundry. But like you're not having conversation with your kid. Because how is your kid out here eating cereal, lounging by the pool, in her bedroom with your gun? Yeah, chilling. What are we talking about? So the race aspect being completely left out really pissed me off. But in that table, in that setting, I feel like it was extremely intentional that there was a white woman, there was a black man, there was a white man, and then there was her. Yeah. And I think the fact that everybody looked at her crazy as fuck and treated her crazy as fuck, I will say, even though what she did was wild, every reaction that was aimed towards her was completely out of line. And I think that to me, I don't even think it was intentional, to me, spoke on the fact that Black women are at the bottom in every sense, right? This is a Black woman. Y'all forgave a Black man for letting his girlfriend, who we don't even know if she was white or Black, we don't know nothing about her, get mauled. Nobody had anything to say about that. Your wife, who has this crazy moral compass, has no qualms about the fact that someone who you were in a relationship with, this affects her more than anybody else at this table. Because if he let his girlfriend, who he was in love with, get mauled, what would he do to you?
Yeah.
How would he abandon you? And you think it's funny. But when it comes to her and her situation, there's no laughs.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it spoke heavily about Black women and how Black women are treated in this world. And maybe not just like solely Black women, but just, I guess, women of color in general.
Yeah.
Right? Her Blackness had nothing to do with anything. And I felt like that was intentional too. And I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because Blackness is a huge part of her entire existence.
Yeah. I mean, it was written by a white man, so I'm not surprised.
But that's my point. Why would you put this story that has nothing to do with Blackness? In reality, as a Black girl, a lot of the things that he had her do or act or whatever is unrealistic for a Black woman or for a woman who grew up under the lens of being a Black woman. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like people calling her dirty, saying her hair was frizzy. How is that not related to race?
Yeah. And even when I can't remember if it was Robert Pattinson or the girl from Himes' character who said, but I was like 15, my frontal lobe wasn't developed. Like they gave that grace to all of them, but not her.
Because there is this sense of responsibility that's placed on, and I'm going to say Black women because even though she's mixed, I feel like everybody at that table and everybody in life in general is going to look at her as a Black woman.
Yeah.
No one's looking at her and being like, oh, this white girl
Mm-hmm.
or oh, this mixed girl. No, she's a Black woman. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are already labeling her as this person who should have been overly aware of her actions from the beginning, right? Even in the sense of there was a scene where Rachel was talking about her husband and she was like, yeah, he was raised around guns.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean? I've never been around a gun. I don't even like guns.
Right.
And she's like, shut up. You have these already like implied beliefs about Black people that you're placing on your own husband. So I know you're placing them on her.
Yeah.
And you're trying to make it seem like it has nothing to do with it. I fully believe if the same story with the same characters, with the same like trajectory happened, but it was a white girl, it wouldn't have been the same reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Fully.
I agree.
And the fact that we're not talking about it is upsetting to me because in what reality does that happen? Also, why the fuck would you still marry him?
Robert Pattinson?
Yes.
Well, I think Zendaya's character, she was framed as being, even though she wasn't like the most well-adjusted, emotionally stable, I don't know if that's the right word, she was the most forgiving out of everyone. And I think that, like, even how it ended, I was really annoyed with how it ended.
Yeah.
When he was trying to talk about something that happened, like, and she pulled his pants down.
Yes.
Like, she's emotionally avoidant.
Yeah.
You know? And
she doesn't want to get in too deep.
She just moves past things.
But to me, that feels like a coping mechanism because, okay, and this is another layer, and maybe I'm getting too deep, but this is what conversations like this are about.
Yeah.
In my opinion, before we even saw our parents, I literally leaned over to Jade and I was like, she's white mom, Black dad, for sure. Because what this feels like is you never felt accepted and you don't really like your Blackness. The only other Black character was brought in by her fiance. She has no Black people around her aside from her father, and she does not have a relationship with him. And literally, they spoke about it. She was like, yeah, my dad, yeah, we don't talk like that.
Yeah.
She does not, I think that a huge part of her motivations as well is the fact that she was looking for white acceptance. I think even when it comes to her being this teen on these fucking like, online web forums posting with her gun and shit, that's very white coded. You're still looking for white acceptance. You're looking for white people to look at you and be like, ooh, she's badass. Oh, she's hardcore. Everything that she did was in the search for love from white people, right? I think even the way that she fell for Robert Pattinson, I don't think that this was intentional. Maybe it was intentional. I don't know. She is stunning.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
In that character, stunning.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Pattinson, they purposely made him less attractive. And they made it seem like they were even. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, good on you, you got you a catch. Talking about Robert Pattinson. And she looks like a model. But you're like, I've never had a relationship. I've never been in love. She literally said this is her first ever crush and her first time being in love
period.
at 28.
Yeah.
And she was turning 30 that year. I genuinely believe that she would not allow herself to fall for anyone who was not a white man. You know what I mean? Like, I think that all of this is tied into like white acceptance and white, like searching for love amongst white people. And like even the black friend, like, I think that in him being like, oh, well, I don't even know guns. I've never touched a gun in my life. And like explain that he did something shitty and he's not this big, like protective black man where he allowed his girl to be mauled. It kind of like degraded the essence of what black people are. I don't like it.
I feel you.
It literally felt like it was telling black people or depicting black people in the same light as whiteness. They're just like us.
Mm-hmm.
They're just as shitty as us. They might shoot up schools like us. They'll let their girlfriend get mauled. Don't let the propaganda tell you that they protect their women. They don't do that. Don't let the propaganda tell you that black girls don't shoot up schools. They might.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why she didn't is because somebody else got shot at a mall. I didn't like that. Didn't set well with my spirit. But I do understand and I do respect the fact that it has caused conversation. And now I forgive Zendaya a little bit because I understand she's very choosy with her films. And I think that she knew this was going to start a lot of conversation.
Yeah, it's very polarizing. I was on set and I asked people like, what would you do? And literally half the room was like, oh, that's fucking weird. And half was like, oh, it was just a thought. It's very interesting.
What would you do? What if you found out?
I know, I was going to ask you the same thing. Me and Trey talked about this and we were both very torn about it. 10 years ago, planned a school shooting.
You were getting, well, this is Trey. Trey was getting bullied.
Mm-hmm.
Moved to a new school, new city, new town, getting bullied, mom neglecting him, guns in the house, military dad, and you're just angry. And we also forgot to mention the fact that I don't know if she did witness it or if Robert Pattinson's character was just like exaggerating the story. But remember he was talking about how her neighbor died? Right. So I don't know if that was a true
because I think it was an exaggeration. Yeah, because they weren't friends for real.
Because he said it was her best friend. It happened in front of her.
Yeah.
I think it was more so as a child, she learned about death early because her neighbor, who was also a kid like her, died.
Yeah. And I think she was just trying to garner sympathy. Like, oh, I saw this tragic thing happen. It's not all rainbows and butterflies. I don't think that
it affected, but we'll still take it into consideration. Because I think as a child, a lot of things can affect us in ways that we are not aware of. For sure. So that. He witnessed death early in his life. He, has parents that aren't really like, loving in that way, kind of neglectful, moved to a new place, planned to shoot the school up because he was getting bullied incessantly. She was getting pushed into lakes and shit. Yeah. Like, she was getting bullied.
Yeah. If he was still like the same person and never presented anything odd or aggressive, I definitely would stay, but I'd be like, can we get in some therapy or something?
Yeah, I told Jay the same thing. I was like, I would do it, but I would for sure insist that if we're going to do this, you need to be in therapy consistently. Yeah. Consistently, because I'm not saying that you are capable of doing that, like planning or executing, but the fact that you can allow your anger to grow to that point, I want you to have better coping mechanisms.
For sure.
But I don't think that I'd be like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Y'all were we're together for years.
I mean, they were only together for 2 years.
There's still 2 years is still a while. Think about when you were Trey with 2 years in.
I know, but I've known Trey for 7 years. They only knew each other for 2 years.
I know, but y'all didn't know each other in that. It's different.
No, I get it, but I still don't think that's a long time. Child, after hearing all these crazy stories about these men and killing their wives, alpine divorces and shit, you never really know someone. Fuck.
No, you're right.
But yeah, 2 years, I don't think that's like I don't know.
No, you're right. When you put it like that, because they did meet out in like the world.
Yeah.
Like you're right. Because at least you know people who you may not know personally, but you know can vouch for him.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. He was a random.
That's true. You're right.
But I mean, after watching that movie, it pissed me off so much once I remembered like, oh, the writer director is such a shitty person.
Mm-hmm.
And like I regret watching it. Because he wrote like this whole essay about age gap relationships, and it was in Norway where the age of consent is 16 and he was like 28 and she was 16 or
28 and 16 is
it's
disgusting.
Or no, he was 26. It was 10 years. He was 26 and she was 16. But
he was 27 because it was like 10 years, but like,
well, 10 years. Yeah.
It's still 26, 27, 28 is still all disgusting for a 16-year-old.
Yeah, for 16. Oh my God.
Absolutely not. When I was getting my hair braided, we watched Temptation Island, the whole season.
Oh.
Because, be taking hours.
Yes.
So we watched the whole season. And on this season, they had a couple they were both 23.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy who connected really like closely to a girl in the Temptation house who's 22. And just watching all their interactions and how they acted and how they moved, I was like, I could never. Like literally barely have conversation. And I think because in my last job, I did work with a couple young kids.
Mm-hmm.
Young kids. They were like 22, 23. I'm like, I see how we can have a conversation and we can vibe on just like some girly pop shit. Most of it is me giving you life advice though.
Yeah.
I could never see myself in a relation with somebody who just does not process in the way that I process.
Yeah.
You're interested by things that are very different than what I'm interested by.
Yeah.
There are still aspects of your personality that scream high school, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're still young.
Mm-hmm.
But absolutely not.
Yeah.
I feel like if you and I sat in a room with 22, 23-year-old us, we would literally be like, oh, girl.
We'd be so annoyed. Yeah.
Like, girl, shut up.
Literally. I would hate myself.
No, literally. It'd be dumbass shit like, but I love him.
Yeah.
Girl, what is wrong with you?
I don't get it. Like, obviously when you're older, like you meet over 20, like 25 and up, and you have an age gap, fine.
Yeah.
You get it. You understand. But y'all meeting when one is a fucking teenager?
I remember I was 17, maybe 18. Because I freshman year of college, I did summer courses. And during that time, I met this guy. I had either just turned 18, like a fresh, like a couple weeks in. And I met this guy and we dated for like 2.5, 3 months. And he was 28.
Mm-hmm.
And thinking back, he had his own house. Like he would he'd pick me up from campus and then take me to his house. What the fuck is wrong with you, nigga?
I know.
Like, what do you want with me? You're a grown man. You have a 401k. I'm out here. This is my first year making oodles and noodles by myself. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
And he was pressed. Like, was so excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yuck.
I know. I remember that, like, looking back on Chow, oh my God, it's just...
Yeah, we've all listen. We didn't. We had
no
idea. We had no idea.
We didn't. But I'm so glad. Like I hope, and I really do think young girls and women are starting to just be aware and be able to clock like, oh, this is grooming. I have no business talking to you. This is very inappropriate.
Yes,
and realizing that it's wrong. Obviously, there are outliers like the girl with Tobey Maguire, but still. She's not the villain in that situation.
She's not. And the thing is, I think, and this is a very nuanced conversation, right? Because I feel like we've both been in this position and most young girls have this mindset where it's like, I don't give a fuck, he got money.
Yeah.
He gonna take care, like he paid for me to get my nails done. He did this. And so you think that you're manipulating the situation.
Yes.
But you're truly not.
You're truly not.
If all he has to do is pay to get your nails done and take you out a couple times a week to get prime time teenage puss, he's a shitty nigga. He's getting exactly what he wants.
Yeah.
And for a discount.
Yeah.
For a discount.
And that's why I like Sheer 7, but with a grain of, within
the thing
arm's
is,
length.
She works if you are grown and listening.
You
to
have
her.
to be grown.
But that's the problem with the internet. You don't know who is consuming what.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like her don't explicitly say, hey, this is only for grown women, because it still works when you're young.
Yeah.
It still works.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate and it's crazy. And I'm not going to lie. Peaches is going to hate it when she gets older.
Yeah.
Because the way I'm finna be on that ass, you finna trade everybody finna. Because the thing is, I already know she's gonna be stunning.
Yeah.
Already is. She's going to be stunning. And these niggas in this world, I'll kill them all.
Facts.
All of them. Don't
Facts.
play.
Easily.
Don't play.
Easily.
If I ever, when she's in high school, she's talking to anybody above high school age, fuck out of here. I don't care. Ooh. Ooh.
I know. We're going to have such a rough time in her teens. I already know. But it's fine. That's what I'm here for.
Also, you have a good support system.
Yeah. I will be venting to you a lot in our 50s.
No, listen, no, we're gonna have group sessions where it's just gonna be on the fucking TV, you scrolling through her phone. Talking about, look at this conversation. You're like, should I do I let the chopper sink off of this? I'm like, wait, hold on, let's read it together. Let's see. Because, oh my God.
Yeah, man. I mean.
And you know, I think another thing, so it hasn't affected me yet, but I've been coming across a lot of people who have been like asking me questions about shit like, what you the birthday mean? Right?
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh my God, like it's happening because these are all people like in my age group, right? Jade asked me what the you the birthday was.
Oh my gosh, Jade.
Right? And so like, I'm like, oh my God, like y'all are really just, you know, out of touch, but it's understandable.
Yeah.
Y'all got jobs and lives. Cool. If I wasn't on the internet all the time, I'd probably be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But I was like, it's starting to happen where the lingo is starting to shift so far that if you are not keeping up with the day-to-day, you're gonna be lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your birthday's hilarious.
It
though.
is.
It's
I
one of
love
my
it.
favorite things. And I hate that it's already being gentrified. And
Girl, it happened so fast.
so fast.
It was like we had it for a day.
Yes. They're writing articles about it,
Yeah.
explaining to people what it means, how to use it. People still not doing it right.
Yeah.
So many funny ones though. This girl made a video. She's like in her 30s, Black girl. She was like, y'all, Auntie Tyre, can you please explain to me what your birthday is? And somebody commented it and said, no, you old. You the birth certificate.
That's funny as fuck. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
I was just watching the videos dying.
That's funny.
Oh my God. Somebody was like, somebody like made a video and their eyes were clearly red and they were like, you high as hell. You the birthday bill.
It's so good.
But it's also very smart.
It is.
And I think that people kind of look beyond that. Black people are so fucking smart.
Witty as hell.
The wit that comes out of the Black community, there needs to be like dissertations written about it.
No, for real.
You cannot duplicate or replicate it. You can try as hard as you want to. You can't do it. Every time I read somebody who's trying to do the you the birthday thing and they fail because they don't get it, it's so funny to me because I'm like, you really just don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
You're trying to get it. You just don't get it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love us.
I do too.
Mhm.
Oh, I love being Black. Oh,
I hate that we live in this timeline.
I know, same.
Fuck.
I know, same. Well, Sabrina, what's the worst thing you've ever done?
I was thinking about asking this, but I was like, is it too much?
No.
I really thought about it, and I've never done no shit like that. Like, I guess stealing.
I thought that too, but that's light work.
It is light work. I plagiarized a paper.
Ooh,
once.
that is bad.
Yeah.
Wait, how did you plagiarize?
I took copies of other people's work on the internet.
Oh, that's not bad.
I know, but
That's different. I thought you meant like you like somebody's whole ass paper. You just put your name
I
on
mean, I
it.
put different parts, but you know, back then you could put it through that tracker and then it picks it up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they caught you.
Oh yeah, I got caught.
Ooh,
but
shit.
they let me rewrite it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I know, but I'm really trying to think.
I'm not gonna lie. I sat down and really thought about it, and it made me feel like a better person. Because I was like, the worst shit I could think of that I did wasn't even that bad.
What was yours?
No, you tell me yours first.
I've slept with a married man, but I didn't know he was married. I found out
different.
through a commercial of all places.
Wait.
Yeah, but I don't know. I made a voodoo doll, or tried to. I felt really bad about that too. What?
Wait. What did you make it out of?
I got really crafty and honestly.
Popsicle sticks?
No, I got like construction paper and stuffed it with cotton and like made a whole little like doll. It was actually.
Oh wait, who was it for?
I'm not telling you, or I'm not telling it on here. But like I cut like clothing and made a little jacket.
Y'all, the thing is, this is the thing. Jay be talking about me, and she's like, you act like a child still, but just with adult thoughts, right? And I was like, that's not true. She was like, yeah. And talking to you shows me that she's probably right about me, because that is you. That is a child. That's like I'm running away from home. You're like, I'm making a voodoo doll. Oh my God, that's so fucking funny.
But yeah, I was really thinking about it, and I haven't done anything like crazy.
So the worst thing I could think, like, I feel like there's a difference in terms of like the thing that I did that made me feel the worst.
Yeah, right.
Versus like, oh, objectively,
what people would perceive.
This is like the worst thing that you could do. And I will say, when me and my ex were like going through it, we were long distance. I broke up with him on purpose so I could go fuck my ex.
Oh, well.
And
you were broken up.
I know. But the thing is, I broke up with him before I did it, but I broke up with him so I could do it. And I was like, that was kind of shitty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I also wasn't like fully like, I didn't really want, this is going to sound bad, but he was all the way in LA. Mm-hmm. I'm in Atlanta. This nigga in Atlanta. I can't see you for months. You on my nerves right now. Leave me alone. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go hit this nigga up.
Yeah.
So I felt bad about that. I remember when we were together, he would always tell me, you cheated on me. No, I didn't. I didn't cheat on you. I broke up with you.
Yeah.
And he found out about it because he read my diary. Yeah.
Nosy.
That's a shitty thing to do.
Yeah, that's a violation of privacy.
What else did I? Oh my God. My mom, I still feel bad about this to this day. She doesn't really have like a lot of like luxury things because she refuses to spend like a huge amount of money. Mm-hmm. But we have an aunt who lives in France, like in Paris. And my aunt had bought her a real Louis Vuitton bag from Paris when she came to visit one time. And I remember being like, but I was young. I was probably like in like middle school. And so when we moved, she still had it. She never took it out the dust bag. Literally, it was in her closet, in the box, in the dust bag, with the tags, papers, everything. She refused to touch it because for her, she was like, I'm saving this for a special occasion. But I know my mom, there's never going to be an occasion special enough. So I got to high school, and like maybe around my senior year, I got into that mode of like, you don't bring a book bag, you carry your textbooks, and then you have a purse.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Because I thought I was fucking clueless. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I want to be a bad bitch. I was a bad bitch. So I started taking my mom's Louis Vuitton bag to school. And I would like sneak it out of her room because I knew she would never touch it because she never did. And it was always in a box. So if it was missing, she didn't know because the box is still there. Mm-hmm. So I started taking it to school every day. And one day, a pen busted in it. Blue ink. All in that bitch. And I was like, holy shit. So I put it back and I just didn't say anything. And then a couple years later, my sister was getting married, and my mom was like, finally it's time to dust it off. And she opens it up and it's blue ink all in the bag. I mean like it busted in there.
Damn.
And my mom was like, what the fuck? She was like, who did this? And I was like, I have no idea. She's like, who did this? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, you see me every day. I live here. I was like in fucking high school. I live here. You see me. Have you ever seen me with a Louis Vuitton bag? Because I used to put it in my backpack, in my book bag. And then when I got to school, put my book bag in my locker. And then I walk around with the purse. Oh my gosh. She was devastated. She was so mad. And she was really sad about it. And I felt terrible, but I couldn't tell her.
And to this day, she don't know.
No idea.
Someone go tell her now. Does she still have it?
Yeah, girl, still in the dust bag, in the box, in the fucking closet. Yeah. I know. That was pretty shitty.
Can you get that removed? Probably not. Ink.
The thing is, I told myself, when I get enough like coin, I'm gonna just buy her the same bag over again.
Yeah.
Because it's like one of the hard ones, but it's like a half moon.
Oh,
and it has like the handle. Like that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What color was it?
It was like the monogram.
Oh, the monogram. Oh, yeah. Oh.
I know. That was shitty. I felt bad about that. I still feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Because I was never the stealing money out your purse kid.
Yeah.
I wasn't that. I just wanted the purse.
Just wanted the purse itself. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, random question.
What?
Where are your kidneys?
My kidneys?
Where are they located?
Somewhere around here.
Both of them just on one side?
Well, but
no,
concentrated on this side. I don't know.
You have no idea?
No, I don't. They in here somewhere.
Okay, new Mandela effect. I came up during the time where your kidneys were in your lower back here, one on this side, one on that side. And so whenever you had lower back pain, and I know this from my mom and my dad, because like I grew up in a hospital basically. Mm-hmm. Whenever you had lower back pain, my mom would be like, oh, you need to flush your systems, prop your kidneys, oh, whatever. Your kidneys are up in your chest, like underneath your lungs. That's new. I don't recall.
Oh, God. I know. I have a question.
Yes.
Do you know how long your intestinal tract is?
Isn't it like 3 miles?
No.
Not 3.
3 miles?
3 yards.
Oh. A yard is 3 feet, right?
Yeah.
So no.
How many feet?
28.
Damn.
That's a lot, right?
That isn't, it's all folded up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I don't know where organs are at. I don't remember the back though.
Yeah, see, they're up here. This is where I remember them being, down here. See your pelvic bone? Down here. Now, they're up here. I don't remember that.
I mean, if you look at it that way, then
they're too high up. They're supposed to be down. See this? That makes sense. This is what, it's like, it's the curve of your lower back, and then they're down there. This one too, lower back, down there. Why the fuck are these other ones? Boom, down there. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a big discrepancy.
Okay. Anywho, well, it's been real.
It's been fun.
Before we end,
what?
Please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Please follow us.
I thought it was review, and subscribe.
Review,
comment,
and all that shit. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Leave us good reviews. Tell us how much you love us. Yeah, that's it.
It's been fun.
It's been real fun. Bye.
CWatt.